Good morning, everyone. It is 8:30 on Thursday, June the 11th, and it's morning briefing time. First of all, no changes to the National Terrorism Advisory System overnight. Snapshot of the region this morning. You do see the updated numbers from Monday for the unaccompanied children. You know about the two disaster declarations, one for Texas and one for Oklahoma. Ongoing damage assessments are indicated there for both IA and PA. And no fire management grant request to talk about this morning. Now as we switch over to the Geo platform. Things are quiet around the region right now. Got a little bit of rain out there. Mark's going to talk about that in just a moment. Status of our state EOCs. Texas, New Mexico, and Arkansas are at level 4. Oklahoma and Louisiana are level 3. The RRCC stood down yesterday at 5 o'clock and has returned to level 4 as well. You do see our IMATs are deployed, one to Oklahoma and one to Austin. And also on the map this morning, you do see a couple of MERS assets, one in Austin and one in Houston. A quick look at the shelters this morning. Louisiana has 2 shelters with 4 occupants. Arkansas, 2 shelters with 2 occupants. Texas, 6 shelters with 80 occupants. And New Mexico and Oklahoma have 0. Power outage this morning. All of our 4 states that have power outages are below 1,500. Oklahoma has just under 1,500. Arkansas under 100. Louisiana about 500. And Texas about 750. And also a note, Texas military forces demobilized yesterday at 5 o'clock as well. Talking about river flooding, and Mark can elaborate on this. We do have 2 gauges. One is the Trinity River that is in major flood state down by Houston, and that is remaining pretty much constant at major flood stage. And the Nueces River down here by Corpus Christi is also in major flood stage, and it is slowly trending down. But if we move over and take a quick look at Red River this morning, Shreveport has crested and is slowly going down. Sheriff's Office reports about 35 homes have been impacted there. The little red line you see here is about where the crest is, and it is approaching Coshada, and it will crest at 38.8 feet today, which will be in major flood stage. Highways 480 and 515 will be closed, so a lot of backwater flooding up the Loggy Bayou, Flat River, Red Chute Bayou. Several secondary homes will be, or secondary roads will be closed, and cattle and agricultural equipment must be moved to high ground. The next one will be down here near Natchitoches, and that is the Grand Ecorp gauge that is expected to crest Friday, tomorrow, at 42.5 feet. That will be also major flood stage. Thousands of acres of agricultural land will be impacted. Backwater flooding up Bayou Pierre, Bayou Lat, Natchitoches, Black Creek, and Saline Bayou. So we got a lot of backwater flooding. A lot of low levees will be overflowed into the floodway. Highway 9 will be closed, and the Kansas City and Southern Rail Bed will be flooded as well. As the crest moves on down, it is expected to crest at Alexandria on Sunday at 38 feet, which will be moderate flood stage for them. As we switch back over to the main map, we'll turn it over to Mark to tell us about the weather.
Alrighty, good morning, everybody. We do have some light rain out there over portions of northern Oklahoma and some heavier precipitation developing over southern Louisiana. And this is the trend we're going to see here for the next several days across Fema 6 as we're going to have a front that's going to push into the northern portions of the area and basically just stall out through the weekend and into early next week. And with that, with a lot of tropical moisture in place, we're going to see a good chance of showers and thunderstorms for the next several days. As far as severe storms for today, looks like the best chance would be out over the Oklahoma Panhandle. And then the common theme is it's basically going to be over western Oklahoma, West Texas, really into Monday. And it does look like at this point large hail and damaging winds would be the main threat. And then we turn our attention to the heavy rain threat, which today would be over the Oklahoma Panhandle. And then tomorrow expands into western Oklahoma and northwest Texas. And could also see some locally heavy rainfall over southern Louisiana, northern and northeastern New Mexico. And then over the weekend and into Monday, that area expands into the Texas-Oklahoma Panhandles, southeast Texas, southern Louisiana, a good deal of western Oklahoma, as well as north and northeastern New Mexico. And obviously we have the major river flooding ongoing, as Paul had mentioned, over portions of Texas and Louisiana. It does look like at this point, at least, the heaviest of the rainfall will not be falling in the Red River, Trinity, and Nueces River basin. So we might see some minor flooding along the Red River over along the western Oklahoma, Texas border, but that looks like should be just about it for now. And then as we go on into the tropical outlook, not really too much to talk about there. Over the Atlantic, going to be quiet for the next 5 days. Out over the Pacific, there is a system just off the southern coast of Mexico. Doesn't look like that's going to have any impacts to Fema 6. And so as we go on through the weather hazards, there you see kind of the area outlined today with the chance for severe thunderstorms as well as locally heavy rainfall over the Oklahoma Panhandle with isolated strong to severe thunderstorms expanding down into west and southwest Texas. And then as we go on into tomorrow or through the weekend and then into Monday, that area of heavy rainfall basically kind of stays out over the same area and expands over western Oklahoma into west Texas and also includes a good deal of northern New Mexico. And we'll also have to watch out for that area over southern Louisiana, southeast Texas, especially if that area of rainfall moves further on to the north. It could have some enhanced impacts for the Houston area as well as into southwestern Louisiana. But looks like at this point, the heaviest of the rainfall should be right along the coast. But again, that'll be something we're going to watch out for just in case the axis does move a little bit further on to the north. And as we take a look at the river status, as Paul has mentioned, along the Red River there in northwestern Louisiana, we're starting to see the crests move on through. And again, we continue to see the moderate to major flooding over the Trinity and areas of the Nueces. And so again, kind of as I mentioned, if we do see some of that heavier rainfall into southeast Texas, it could affect some of the Trinity basins at this time along the gauges along the Trinity. There's a look at the projected rainfall for tomorrow is the upper map. And you can see the heaviest of the rainfall over the Oklahoma Panhandle. And then for the 5-day precip totals up to aerial average of 5 inches over western Oklahoma and into northwest Texas. So we'll see the threat for some flash flooding across that area. And don't want to leave out New Mexico. Some of the areas over northern New Mexico could see up to 2 to 3 inches of rain. And so that could cause some flash flooding there. And also along the upper Texas coast and southern Louisiana, aerial average about 3 to 4 to 5 inches of rain. So especially along the coast, could see some localized flash flooding, particularly into the weekend. And looking at the drought monitor, not really too much change from last week. The worst of the drought continues at this point to be over western New Mexico. And so on to space weather, we are looking for a minor G1 storm for tomorrow, but not looking to have too many impacts for the United States. So that is all I have for this morning, Paul. I'll toss it back to you.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. Any questions for the Weather Service? Go ahead and type them in the chat window or ask your question if you're on the phone. In the meantime, we'll take a look at meetings going on around the region today. Those are in bold, and you'll see the ones that we've had to cancel because of the amount of staff that we have deployed supporting Oklahoma and Texas and doing damage assessments in Arkansas. On this day in history, John Wayne died after battling cancer for more than a decade. And there's a picture of the Duke as Colonel Kirby from the Green Beret movie. Any questions this morning? All right. Seeing nothing in the chat window and hearing nothing on the phone. Everyone have a great Thursday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.